Thank you, Brooke. Obviously, yes, a ton going on in Penn State athletics right now. We're also going to have a handful of Penn State athletes on the field today, both past and present. These are our 2021 Tokyo Olympians who are going to be recognized on the field today. And I am here with the honorary captain for today's game. This is Dr. Tony Petroy. He was the 1982 drum major in the blue band. Of course, 1982, the first national championship in Penn State program history. And Tony, I'm just going to start with that. For the people who love the history of the program, was there a moment that stood out to you from that season? How cool was it to be a part of that championship run? I said last question. I take that back. Last question, prediction for the game today. What are you thinking?
Penn State all the way.
Penn State all the way. Very confident. That's Kate Colgan. Again, thank you so much for joining us here today. And we are going to shift it back into the game today. And I'll tell you what, there's a reason why Nittanyville is the best student section in the country and why they're national champions. They have the trophy there too. I got to see it up close and personal. Now there's even more of a reason. It was so much fun. They've had this circled on their calendars this week in particular, especially after last year. They're ready to go. The helmet stripe is going to be at midfield in sections EE, EEU, and then on the opposite side of the field in WE and WEU. It's going to form an entire stripe going across the middle of the field. Pretty much the rest of the stadium is going to be a full whiteout, and then we'll have that blue stripe right there, of course, honoring the iconic Penn State helmet, the simple white with the blue stripe. Drum major, going to do the flip. I know you did a number of flips in your day. How excited are you to see the blue band performing on the field today?
Yeah, it feels amazing to be back on the field and to just be able to see them do it in live. It's going to bring chills down my spine.
Absolutely. Well, you definitely know a lot about getting the people hype as the drum major. Again, thank you for being here today, and thank you for your service. And going off of hype, we're going to now get into the hype video for this week. This is the Penn State versus Rutgers hype video queued up right now. Connor Griffin here at the first ever Shrews Slamma-Jamma at East Halls, and I am here with the man himself, head coach Micah Shrewsberry. And coach, first of all, what went into this event, and what do you think of the some of the skills from some of the students here?
I was actually pretty pleased with the skills that they showed off. Like the last contest there, that shootout was going on forever, and you know Seth is one of our best shooters, so to see that was fun. But like the work that went into this, like. That's just Penn State, like, doing a great job, right? I came up with this crazy idea, but, you know, our marketing department really ran with it and really drove this thing and really helped us. So, like, they're excited about basketball, and I love it, right? That's why I want to be here, is be with a lot of people that really care about this place, that really care about our success. And, you know, I'm happy, and the job that they did to help us get this done was awesome.
And just going off of that, obviously your first season as Penn State's head coach, what has it been like adjusting to the new role, and how has it been getting to take in this town?
It's been fun. I'm trying to figure it out every single day, and you know, I'm not going to be perfect. There's going to be mistakes, but you know, they're learning mistakes, and they're not going to be without aggressive. You know, they're not going to be passive mistakes. So we're going to try and put ourselves out there in the community as much as possible, because that's what we want to do. And you know, I told these students that were here, I'm asking them to come to us and come to the BJC. But you know, if we don't come to them and we don't come to their turf and show them how much we care, like I think that'll help them come and meet us at our place too.
Season kicking off in less than 2 weeks. What's the thing that you're most excited about this upcoming season?
I think just getting back in. You know, no fans last year was hard. So being able to have fans back in the BJC, seeing that environment, I'm excited for our guys to get back to that again. That's the most important thing. And, you know, it's their program. It's our students' program. It's Penn State alumni's program. Like, it's this community's program, right? So we all want to meet, have a gathering party, have a family reunion back in the BJC, and let's have some fun this year.
Coach, thank you for your time. Best of luck this season, too.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, that's head coach Micah Shrewsberry right here at East Halls. Well, Mitch, once again, Penn State is back in the Sunshine State, state that the Lions have become quite familiar with over the course of their history. They've now appeared in 51 bowl games, with 23 of those coming in Florida, making it the most common bowl destination for Penn State by a landslide. And if you take those 23 bowl games and treat them as if they were the only bowl games in program history, there would still be 74 Division I teams with less bowl appearances than Penn State. In other words, over half the country has played in less bowl games, period, than Penn State has played in Florida bowl games. The first bowl game in Florida came exactly 60 years ago. It was the last bowl victory for head coach Rip Engel, a 30-15 win over Georgia Tech in the Gator Bowl. Since then, the Nittany Lions have been able to tack on some very memorable wins in Florida. For example, the back-to-back undefeated seasons of 1968 and 1969. They were capped off in Miami with a pair of Orange Bowl victories. John Cappelletti's Heisman season was capped off with an Orange Bowl victory too, as was the 2005 Big Ten championship season. In 1993, Penn State's first season in the Big Ten, the Lions went into Orlando as double-digit underdogs against Tennessee in the Citrus Bowl. The Lions ended up coming out on top in that one, 31-13, and it was a win that set the tone for the following year, which of course was the 1994 undefeated season. And when you look at the Outback Bowl specifically, Penn State's 3-1 in their 4 appearances, with each of those 3 wins coming by 2 possessions or more. So this is certainly a bowl game that the Lions have had much success playing in, a state that they've been able to have a whole lot of success playing in as well. We'll see exactly how that carries over into the game today. Wish I could be down there in Tampa, though, instead of being here in Pennsylvania. I'm sure it's a little bit nicer weather down there, but I'll put a couple palm trees behind me on the green screen. There we go. We got them rocking. Put a couple palm trees on there, make it feel a little bit more like Florida. But wherever you guys are watching the game, I hope you enjoy it. Happy New Year. And with that, Mitch, I'll send it back to you. Penn State's men's soccer is championship bound. The Nittany Lions are hosting the Big Ten title game after beating Michigan 2-0 on Wednesday. Seth Kuhn scored in the 12th minute to give Penn State the lead. Then 10 minutes later, Andrew Privet found the back of the net from a difficult angle, putting Penn State up by 2. Sunday's championship game is a rematch from last season against Indiana, and it's scheduled for 2 p.m. at Jeffrey Field. Penn State men's basketball is getting set to take on UMass on Monday, looking to move to 2-0. The Nittany Lions started the Micah Shrewsberry era with a win over Youngstown State on Wednesday. Seth Lundy got the Nittany Lions rolling with their first points of the year en route to a game-high 23 points. Youngstown State made it close late, but the Lions pulled away as John Harrah's layup in less than 2 minutes to play put the game on ice and got Coach Shrewsberry his first win. Penn State men's hockey is back on the ice tonight to take on Michigan after dropping last night's game. Michigan got the scoring started late in the first period when a turnover in the Nittany Lion zone was fired home by Luke Morgan. Into the second period now, and Michigan is back for more. 2 top 5 NHL draft picks combined as Owen Power feeds Matty Beniers to double the visitors' lead. Wolverines would go on to cruise, winning by a final score of 5-1. The 2 teams go at it again tonight at 7, and you can listen on Penn State Com Radio. And we'll wrap it up with Penn State fencing, which goes on the road after hosting the Garrett Open. It's a tournament hosted by some of the best fencing schools in the country. Senior fencers Shane Iverson and Kamar Skeet placed second in the tournament. Penn State had 3 fencers placed as finalists, and the Nittany Lions are back in action December 5th when they travel to Sacred Heart in Connecticut. That's all for sports. Now back to you at the anchor desk.
Now put yourself in the shoes of a parent. Your son is down on the field for an injury, and the stadium is booing them. I'm trying to protect college football, and I don't think that's the right thing for our game.
Head coach James Franklin didn't hold back after practice this week. He defended Penn State after allegations the Nittany Lions faked injuries during the Iowa game to slow the game down. Among the players hurt were starting QB Sean Clifford and star defensive tackle P.J. Mustipher, whose injury is serious.
Yeah, so PJ is out for the year.
Iowa fans booed the Lions as players went down on the field, and Franklin fought back.
Would it be strategic for us to tell P.J. Mustipher to go down and fake an injury? One of our best players? One of our starters? One of our captains? Does that make sense?
Franklin won't update the health status of Clifford, whose injury was a real turning point in the game. Football beat writer Ben Jones says it was almost like 2 separate games, one with Clifford under center and one with his backup, Taquan Roberson.
When Sean Clifford's out there, Penn State's moving the ball well. They're getting points. Taquan out there is a different set of circumstances, set of experiences, and it really changes the whole dynamic.
Roberson struggled against the Hawkeyes, completing just 33% of his passes and throwing 2 interceptions with no touchdowns. He remains the likely starter at QB for the next game, but don't count out a Clifford return at some point.
Sean's going to prepare to be the starter every single week.
In University Park, I'm Connor Griffin for the Center County Report.
Let's go, 1-0 this week, baby!
Usually Nittanyville sets up camp on Wednesdays, but for Whiteout Week, students make their way over to Gate A on Monday night. The full week of festivities gets going with picking seats for Saturday's game, setting up a good foundation for the tents, and of course, getting very,
very amped.
Nittanyville Talent Show.
Tuesday is the talent show, which includes a recorder player, a vuvuzela prodigy, some dancing, and an electric solving of a Rubik's Cube. That one was a real crowd pleaser. It rained all day Wednesday, so we're just going to skip over it. But Thursday was the grand finale. Nittanyville doesn't camp out on Friday nights when college game day is in town. So Thursday night is jam-packed with visits from the cheerleaders, the Lionettes, and the Nittany Lion. It's also a good time for the students to work on their signs that'll be displayed in Beaver Stadium on Saturday. Good time to eat some pizza and to crown a trash can football champion.
Oh! He drained it!
And that pretty much does it. Another week at Nittanyville is in the books, but Saturday night still lies ahead. They had a very disappointing end to that last drive, but a chance to get another drive going if they can stop Penn State right here.
Certainly a big one coming up. Nittany Lions need to convert here, and the inability to run the ball in these last few series. You obviously can't really turn to that. It's 3rd and 7. So whatever pass you do, you know that if it is incomplete, you're just leaving more time on the clock for Maryland.
Sean Clifford changing the play at the line of scrimmage. He's got trips left. Keandre Lambert-Smith, the sole receiver, to his right, and he looks left. He's got Parker Washington in the middle of the field on the slant. Is he going to be able to pick up the first down? It looks like he will. He got to about the 31-yard line. Forward progress is going to keep him there. He was pushed back. Nonetheless, Penn State, huge 3rd down conversion once again. They're going to move the chains.
Man, he used every ounce of his 207-pound frame, the 5'10" Washington did.
Now Clifford drops back to pass off the snap. He fires it long to the right side, and Keandre Lambert-Smith had him, but he drops it. At around the 35-yard line for Maryland. Looked like it was right in the breadbasket, just couldn't come up with it. As we see the replay right here, this looks like just a flat-out drop.
Yeah, over his right shoulder. Well, ball was right there where it needed to be. Lambert-Smith ran a great route, was able to get past Bennett. But yeah, you said it perfectly, Connor. Just a flat-out drop there by Keandre Lambert-Smith.
2nd and 10 at their own 31. 9:24 remaining here in the ball game. 21-14, Penn State leads, and they're trying to either chew up some clock or maybe even expand that lead as Clifford now motions Theo Johnson to his right side. And Clifford now takes a snap, hands it off to Kevon Lee, and he's going to follow Theo Johnson, and he's going to get some good yardage on first down. He's going to pick up the first, actually. He's brought down on the play at around the 41-yard line, but Penn State's going to move the chains. That was Tarheeb Still once again on the tackle. 9:15 remaining now as the clock picks back up again after the first. Penn State driving. And now Sean Clifford once again evaluating what type of formation this Maryland defense is in. Fakes the snap, and they show a little bit too much. He now reevaluates, makes some changes at the line. And he is now going to signal for the snap. He takes it. Fakes the handoff to Kevon Lee. Now out in the flat to Theo Johnson. Comes up with the catch, but Theo Johnson only able to pick up about 2 yards. He's going to be brought down on the play. And we're going to have 2nd and 8 at the 44.
And I have no problem with play calls like that. They're safe plays. You get your tight ends involved in the offense. It's a good play call. And Theo Johnson is an athletic enough guy that you do those plays enough times, eventually he's going to break one, and you get a big chunk play out of it from your athletic tight end. So I like the play call there on first down. It kind of serves as a run, but isn't a run, you know?
Came close to the sideline, but he does stay in bounds. So the clock is still ticking. We're now at 8:15 remaining in the ball game. Nittany Lions lead 21-14.
If you're Micah, you're not upset about that neither. Keep letting that clock tick off.
And Sean Clifford now takes a snap, rolls to his left, now looks middle. He's got Parker Washington, who goes up for the pass at around the 35. Was he interfered with? No, it was Bennett once again who was in coverage, and Tarheeb Still coming in to help. That was close. Could have been potentially pass interference, but maybe deemed a bit uncatchable as it was a little bit of high throw.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a combo of both, I think, but I don't really understand that play call. I mean, we were just complimenting Mike Yurcich about the prior one, a safe option there. But on that one, you do a naked bootleg rollout to the near side for Clifford. Unprotected, he has to get rid of the ball quickly. Didn't really like that call there.
Another third down, this time at their own 44. 3rd and 8. Penn State up 7. Time ticking away in this fourth quarter. Can they pick up another first? It's a slant route to Jahan Dotson. Jahan Dotson has it at the 50, to the 40, now to the 30. He goes around a block. He's got it at the 15. He's going to go down at the 11. Jahan Dotson. You think he couldn't have more of an impact on this game? Take that. Jahan Dotson picks up the first down. 21-14, Penn State leads, and they are now inside the red zone, folks.
A double century mark kind of day for Jahan Dotson. 10 catches now. Before that reception, he had 192 yards. It's only going to increase from there after that long catch and run. 237 yards in total for Dotson. Heck, Clifford's only got 358, only I say, but 237 of those are to Jahan Dotson.
And now Clifford lines up, and once again in shotgun. Kevon Lee to his right as 7:30 is the game clock. Clifford takes the snap, and they tried to get a screen off to Kevon Lee, but that was eventually broken up by Hippolyte for Maryland. Good overall defense right there as he breaks up that pass, and also a little bit of a rush play, overthrow.
Yeah. It's a tough one to make as a running back. You're catching it right in front of your face mask, too. So even if you do catch it, it's coming right at you. So through the hands to your helmet. It's a difficult play. It's not easy by any stretch.
And Hippolyte was right there to make the tackle, if that was a connection right there. So 7:25 remaining here in the fourth. 2nd and 10 at the Maryland 11. Penn State inside the red zone. Can they punch it in? Kevon Lee. Motion out to the flat. Sean Clifford now fires it out to Jahan Dotson. Jahan Dotson has it on the right side of the field, tries to shake a defender. It was Tarheeb Still who was in single coverage, and he comes up with a great tackle. He was the only one left over there. He was on an island, and he comes up with a tackle at the 6-yard line.
A huge tackle there by Still. If he does not make that one, we're looking at a 2-score game immediately there. Huge play there by Still to keep him not only out of the end zone, but keep it a 3rd down instead of a 1st and goal.
3rd and 5. Ball on the Maryland 6. Can Penn State come up with another conversion? And in this case, the conversion most likely would be a touchdown. Up by 7. Sean Clifford looking to the sideline, about to take the snap. He's got Kevon Lee to his left. Now he takes it, falls back in the pocket, and he throws it to Jahan Dotson. That's going to be an overthrow on the near sideline, as it was Bennett once again in coverage. He's had quite a task today, but right there comes up and delivers on the good coverage. 6:36 remaining here. Penn State with 4th and 5 at the 6. They're going to have to go for the field goal.